Well, hey, Christy.
Hello, Kelly. How are you today?
I'm good. It's Podcast Thursday after a little bit of a break.
We did have a little bit of a break, and my apologies. I had to go to Minneapolis to watch my daughter compete in the 11-year-old nationals tournament.
Nationals, gotta love it. So many LED lights and whistles. It already gives me a migraine thinking about it, but I love it.
Speaking of migraines and being in perimenopause, so here are the highlights of the trip. One, we finished 11th out of 48th, which isn't bad. However, we won our pool, beat everyone in it, and then we had to play a crossover match against a club that we play all the time here in Kansas City and split with them. And we lost. You know why we lost?
Because you were overconfident?
No, because they tipped. I
Well,
saw 2 hits and everything else was them pushing the ball to where we weren't, which is a great strategy, except for I'm like, okay, but also can you hit the ball?
do
Like,
you
let's hit
know
it.
how to hit the ball? Yeah.
Especially for 11s, right? I'm just like, come on, dude. But anyways, so that part was really, really rough for the Pride. And then of course we go to an open gym there last night because it's tryout season. And I like introduced myself to the coach and she's like, oh yeah, da, da, da. I was like, yeah, I'm the really loud one, but I only say positive things. So there was that. The girls had a great time. We ended up second in the silver bracket because we lost our I don't understand you can be 5-1 and not make the gold bracket, but whatever. It's how they set it up. Any hoozles. And then we stayed at this hotel where I had a room by the pool because I thought it would be fun for my kid to be able to have a room by the pool. Thank goodness she was actually staying with her father because said pool room was an absolute disaster. So it was really loud from the pool, which was rough. And so one night I slept for like, I don't know, 5 hours maybe. Because again, we're getting up at 5 in the morning. Like we're AM wave. Yeah. It's like, okay, snort your espresso and let's go.
Yeah.
One of the nights I was there was a party next door, like a girl's birthday party of some kind next door to my room.
Then
It was
the room
so
adjacent to you or the pool? The pool?
the room adjacent to me.
Right, so you had the pool and a room adjacent to you loud.
Right,
Super.
but the pool got quiet around midnight. This little girl's party did not. And when I'm talking, it wasn't loud, it was screaming. Like, I'm guessing they were like 13-year-old girls or something, and then their parents would come down and scream at them. So I made multiple calls to the front desk and someone's like, "Why didn't you just go knock on the door?" And I'm like, "'Cause I'm 47 and know better. Like, who I don't know what I'm gonna find in there. Like, I don't need any no, that's not my job anymore." Which is funny because I was like, "Oh, this is a Karen move." And I'm like, "No, this is actually just a fucking smart move. We don't know what's in there. We don't know what they've got. I mean, it could be a bunch of cracked out 13-year-olds. We don't know." Anywho, and then I was texting with corporate because nothing was happening.
For the hotels corp
Hilton's corporate. Yes, ma'am.
at that time
I
of night?
didn't
Who's answering?
I don't know. I did not raise a voice. I did not yell at anyone
You were
in the
live
rack.
with them.
What?
You were speaking when not email, you were, like,
I was
talking on
live with the front desk.
mm,
I was live chat with corporate,
live chat. Okay.
and I didn't
No fuck
cuss. I
yous.
didn't
No fuck yous were typed.
there were I was perfectly calm.
Okay.
And you know what I wake up to? My
Huh.
$930 stay comp. That's how bad it was, though. So I didn't sleep at one point for like almost 40 hours.
Oh, definite
I was
migraine.
I was dead. I was dead. Anywho's, that's the story. That's why we haven't podcasted because I was up in Minneapolis.
You flew there, obviously, right? You didn't then have a drive home. Can you drive?
No, I drove. When I say I drove, I hitched a ride with another family.
Okay, so you didn't have to be the driver on top of not having slept for 4 days.
No, no. And then we went to Mall of we stayed one extra night and took the girls to Mall of America.
Good segue. Speaking of Mall of
In America and all of the big things that are here. Our episode today is about us hosting the World Cup. The US, Canada, so America, right? The US, Canada, and
America,
Mexico.
the America.
Not
Yeah.
just USA people, but most of the games are happening here. So anyways, We are really happy the rest of the world's here. It's been so much fun. I'm in one of the host cities, Kansas City. It's been a great time. We've all had a blast. There's very few, issues happening, but as it's been on TikTok and things, I'm laughing because I'm imagining myself coming from outside of the Americas and
Mhm,
coming here from, let's say, somewhere more remote
mhm.
and just being gobsmacked
Yeah,
at
good
what
for
happens here, right? And discovering ranch for the first time. And
it is fun to sit and observe people experience your nation and the things you take for granted as normal and then realize actually those are unusual. I won't say abnormal because some of them are quite endearing, but it's like, yeah, I forgot. You don't have ranch dressing? That ranch
or air
has a
conditioning that's like, well, we can get into the
let's start
yeah.
with that because you and I both have a lot of experience in international travel, and American air conditioning is both a blessing and a curse.
I think it's just a blessing, but whatever.
I currently am sitting here in a room temperature day. So 72 if you're American, like 21 if you're Canadian. And I still have a blanket on my feet because it's cold. So the American air conditioning is kind of a curse for me sometimes. However, it is fun to observe these very different groups of people come and see what is quintessential Americana or even Canadiana, and then be so endearing about it. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to put it in my luggage and take it home with me. Who would have thought ranch would have a moment? Fun
I mean, doesn't it have
question
a
for you.
moment every
Every
day?
day? Well, it's better than fucking blue cheese dressing. Dear,
Gross, nasty.
gross, garbage. Ranch, I'm here for it. I know you like a statistic. Did you
Hit
by
me.
chance look up ranch dressing? I was curious. Someone's like, how long has it been around? And is it really just an American thing? It has been around specifically since 1949 by Steve Henson. And he was in Alaska and created this creamy loveliness. And then he brought it to his ranch in Hidden Valley, California. And if you are in North America, you're like, oh, Hidden Valley Ranch. Holy shit, it was actually a place. And so it's been around since then. And now, never would I ever have thought about no other places having ranch dressing. What the
It's a
hell do you
myth.
dip your carrots and celery in when you eat your chicken wing?
Or your fries, let's be real. Do you not dip your fries in ranch?
Have you heard of ketchup?
I love ketchup. I also love fries with ranch. I
No.
also love
You don't.
fries and cheese.
Do
I'm a
you
mo
do mayo? Do you fry a mayo dipper?
I
Gross.
don't.
Good, because
I don't.
gross.
Because ranch Go ahead.
I've never thought to dip fries in ranch.
Oh, it's epic. Okay, so there's 2 types of ranch you can have, period. If it's from the store, it's gotta be Hidden Valley, period. There is no better ranch in the entire world that you can purchase
Agreed.
at a grocery other than Hidden Valley. It is the one and only. Sorry, Kraft, yours sucks. 2, a homemade ranch dressing at a restaurant. So good, Kelly. Now,
Yeah.
listen, yes, like the ones that have their homemade buttermilk ranch, shut the front door and slap me sideways. I love it. I don't even know what that phrase means. It just sounded good.
You mixed a few things there. I don't think that I've ever been at a restaurant that had like tableside homemade ranch.
They
Caesar
don't
dressing, yes, but
they
homemade
don't
ranch?
they don't make it they don't like, it's not a statement, Kelly.
No,
It's
I
not made
know.
at tableside. It's not like guacamole, for God's sakes. It's
But I
just
didn't know it was
I
that
guarantee,
wrong.
I
Hmm.
guarantee, I guarantee you've had it, and it's the best. But only available here in the US because the rest of the world knows better than to put a highly caloric dressing on everything. It's like fries, they're fattening. Why don't we add some more zhuzh to it?
What I
Maybe
do
that's why we have an obesity problem in this country. Thank you, Hidden Valley.
this is the thing that makes me laugh because as a Canadian moving here, and let's face it, I mean, we travel here all the time. So it's not like we'd never been exposed to America when we moved here. But when you move here and you're just in it every single day, it still shocks me. The portion sizes like shocks me. And I'm living in a state whose portion sizes are actually not that big relative to, say, I don't know, Texas. So there are some times where you're like, ooh, I think I may know why there's an obesity crisis. So these reels that I've seen is like, America, we've cracked the code on your obesity rates. It's like, no shit.
But you also see people, like, looking at Whataburger fries and seeing, like, the hot honey and the spicy ketchup and, like, doing all the different dippings, like, this is, like, at first, like, weird, but then they're like, "Oh, this is amazing." Speaking of portion size, okay, the average soft drink at many American fast food places is 30 to 32 ounces. In Europe, for comparison, it's 12 to 16.
When we order, I love me a crisp McDonald's Diet Coke.
Oh, yes, that's the only thing I love
Never,
at McDonald's.
never change it.
Love you, Coke.
Yes. Also, Diet Cherry Coke. Thank you
Ew,
so
that
much.
kinda tastes like cough medicine to me, but what else? To
Not
each
the
his
diet
own.
one, not the diet one because it's not so syrupy. But anyways, when I go to McDonald's and they're always like, what size would you like? No, I do not want your medium. No, who orders large? If you start to have to adjust the size of the bottom of the drink container to accommodate your car cup holders, so it's like this like triangle at the top, too big. My bladder is not that size. Who needs that kind of volume? And then if you're not ordering diet, you're ordering full jam, you could probably eat 3 Big Macs and you would be fine. Don't drink that pop.
No, no, I'm here for diet soda all the way because the whole lie is about aspartame. You'd have to consume so much aspartame, it's ridiculous. But anywho, what's really interesting, so of course I started with stats when looking into this because I'm a geek. This is the biggest World Cup in history. I don't know if you knew that because by God, America, we got to do the biggest. It's
But
the largest one.
when
We've
you say biggest,
expanded.
guess what? Biggest number of teams, what do you mean biggest?
So we've expanded from 32 teams to 48 teams. So we went from 32 teams to
Mhm.
48 teams. Do the math on that one.
No, yeah, I know it's just a bit bullshit and it makes the splitting of the the menopause words, pools. Holy shit. We're going to have a whole series of all the times that our brains totally glitched out. It makes the pool play a little bit convoluted because now it's like talk to from everyone, but also then like 12 of the next 16 because we have too many and we got to keep it in aggregates of 4. Go on. Yes. Big number,
104 matches.
which is awesome, by the way.
Okay, so quit your bitching and let's get to the fun, the matches. And
Yes.
then it's being played across 16 host cities.
Which is also awesome. I feel for the players though, where it's like, I'm playing in Miami, shit. Now I'm playing in LA, shit. Now, and there's just flying and there's days in between games. So whatever, you can manage that. But temperature wise, have you tried to go from Miami at the end of June to LA at the end of June? Very different microclimate.
Sure. And then you have like, I think the size of the US alone is probably pretty staggering, right? Because in Europe, you travel for 2 hours, you're in another country.
Well, I love
You
that.
know,
They're like, "Oh, I'm going to the game in Kansas, and maybe tomorrow we can just pop over to Texas for that one." Pop over. Have you ever driven through Texas? Do you know how fucking big that state is?
well, the drive from Kansas City to Dallas is approximately 8.5 hours or 7 if you're me and stop one time and don't really pay attention to the speed limit much. I
Who?
feel like speed limits are suggestions when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, definitely if you live in the state of California, there's suggestions, and they're actually like strong suggestions of don't you fucking go that speed. What are you doing? Get over in the right hand side.
You know
I
what
digress.
else I think would be amazing? And having waited tables abroad, actually, I did in Ireland, the tipping culture.
Oh, yes.
Especially the current tipping culture, right? Because it used to be that if you sat down and had a nice meal in the US, you would tip. But you didn't get asked. This happened this weekend. Like, I get a water. First of all, I don't even want to, we can talk about the prices of everything in a minute, but I get it was a $6 can of Coke from the convention center where I was. And then a screen pops up and says, would you like to leave 25% because someone handed you a Diet Coke or a muffin? And I feel bad, but I'm like, no, and not
No.
just a little bit no, but a hard no, and
Yeah,
not because I
exactly.
don't love the people behind the counter or think they work hard, but, hey, big corp oh, it's not everything. I'm like, "Big corporations, pay your people more."
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. Yeah, don't make us make up the difference for yeah. That culture is amazing if you don't live in it, especially in some European countries, as you know, where you don't tip. Like there's no tipping.
None.
And so as North Americans, you go to those countries and you're like, "Oh, this feels really bad." Like I leave the table and I'm like, "I feel terrible. They were excellent. We had a brilliant dinner, wonderful staff." And you're like, "I feel so bad leaving without a tip." And it's like, "We do not tip here." So here, where it's like, "Hey, you grab that soda can from that fridge over there and you walked it over to me at the counter and I just punched it in, charged you an exorbitant price." And now I'm like, "Do you want to give me an extra 20%?" Like, what?
So, I mean, it's insane, but also, so just for fun, have you ever been to a Buc-ee's?
I have not personally, but Andrew and Oliver went to a Buc-ee's en route home from between Toronto and California because they do the drive. And Oliver has one of his favorite toys is a Buc-ee's beaver stuffy. Can I just
Well,
say, why the beaver? Because as a Canadian, I'm like, are you trying to co opt our national animal?
well,
Why is their most favorite quintessential treat beaver nuggets? Also, what are beaver nuggets?
I don't know. I've been to many Buc-ee's because I lived in Texas for a long time, but here's some fun about Buc-ee's. Like, a lot of them are 75,000 feet. Like,
Yes,
I think Buc-ee's is really, and they're really nice places. Their bathrooms are, I think they've won national awards for how clean their bathrooms are. Like, they're cleaner than my bathroom after my cleaning lady leaves. I mean, it's amazing. But I think what's interesting about Buc-ee's, it's like if you took Costco and Disney had a baby that sold beef jerky.
yeah, exactly. And a 7-Eleven, because don't forget the 100 gas pumps that are there. I
Like
love
crazy.
the destination. Well, did you see was it just this? It was the 22nd. Was that Monday? They opened the first Bucky's in Goodyear, Arizona. And the lineups were people lined up 13 hours early to go see what is a glorified gas station, convenience store. It's amazing. And they waited in checkout lines almost an hour. I love this for everyone who's excited about that.
I mean, I will say Buc-ee's is an experience, so I have a game to play. It's called Buc-ee's or IKEA, and I'm gonna say a category and tell me who sells it.
Okay. Oh, I've never been to a Bucky's, but I've certainly been to lots of IKEAs. And it's always
Candle.
gonna be either or, right?
No,
Candles?
it's not always an either or.
Some will be neither. Okay. Candles, IKEA. I have many IKEA candles
Both.
because that's what you need when you're grabbing gas is also mood lighting.
Stuffed animals,
Definitely both.
cinnamon rolls,
Both.
correct. Outdoor furniture.
That better be just IKEA.
No, Kelly, it's both. Smoked brisket sandwich,
Bucky's.
correct.
Okay.
A bookshelf with 147 screws.
IKEA. Don't say both.
It is not both. It is not both. It's just funny, I think, if go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. I think I probably have about 10 of those bookshelves in this house as we speak. I'm a
Those
master
are
at it. I
a
can.
real bitch to put together. Have you ever put them together, like, with one piece wrong, and then you have to go back and undo the whole thing?
Yeah.
This is why drinking and constructing furniture with 147 screws is never a good idea. It should be on the package that says, like, "Hey, you, don't sit down with a bottle of wine and a bookshelf to build. Bad idea."
I actually really like putting IKEA furniture together, but I have two rules. One, I actually do need to have some wine because it's a little like wrapping Christmas presents. I like to sort of immerse myself in it. And two, no one else is also like wrapping Christmas presents. No one else is allowed to join me unless I need you to lift something heavy. Everyone get the fuck out of the room because you get in the zone and you're like, there's a bit of a cadence to it, and you're like, okay, I put that one and then this one, and you're so I do actually like putting together IKEA furniture. Fun fact.
Yeah. But to end our little Buc-ee's moment,
Yes.
it's funny because I think if you took a group of international soccer fans and
Hmm.
took them to, I don't know, a national park in the US and then took to Buc-ee's, I think that they would leave, like, with a bigger impression of our country from the Buc-ee's other than national anthems. I mean, national monuments. So,
I do think
it's that
actually it
epic.
is. I think it is very representative of the whole vibe. Although there's only 55 of them and almost a quarter of them are in Texas, like you mentioned. So it's not even like it represents all of America, but all of the things that you think of, like limitless options of what you could get, convenience, and just general size and scale. You're like, yeah, there it is. And then brisket.
And by the way, their Buc-ee's brisket's really good. But, it's funny you bring up convenience because we do convenience aggressively in this culture,
Yes.
right? We will pay for convenience. We have fast food, right? Drive-through restaurants. We have drive-through coffee. We have drive-through pharmacies. We have grocery pickup. We have mobile ordering. Like, our
Same
national
Amazon.
promise is
Same
convenience.
Amazon. Yeah, convenience for sure. Don't make me wait. I have zero patience. I will
Oh
just
my
tell
god.
you, we won't get into it, but we are doing a cross-state move at the end of the month. Andrew and I are leaving this blessed, beautiful state. However, one of the first things I looked at when considering where we were going to is how quickly can my Amazon order get to me? Do
My
not.
heart bleeds for small businesses everywhere.
Oh, I know. I know.
But you can find them on Amazon, although Amazon's taking a massive cut. But do you ever look up, like, an item and then search small business?
I actually do look up an item in Amazon first and then go out of Amazon and look and then like Google search the item to see where else I can get it. Now,
Fantastic.
small business, mostly that's because I'm sometimes doubtful that Amazon's pricing is always so great. I'm like, let me see if I can get it better elsewhere. But convenience is definitely where I go first. And then I'm like, let me validate. So trust, but validate. That's my motto.
Well, getting back to the food, because I could talk about food forever, is I remember my first trip, I guess, outside of the Americas, because the Caribbean's Americas, my first trip outside of the Americas was to Germany.
Okay.
And I was very depressed with first of all, I'm not a big fan of German food. I don't really like sausages and things like that I can't identify what the fuck is in them. And I don't know what kind of meat I'm really eating. It's creepy to me, but any hoozles. So, not my favorite food. So, we'll skip Germany. We'll go to Ireland. I lived in Ireland for 4 months when I was in college,
Okay.
and everywhere served the exact same menu. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about, okay, if you look at our host cities,
Hmm.
every host city has a different cuisine, like Kansas
Yeah.
City, barbecue,
Ooh.
burnt ends, right? I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, Texas barbecue's better." I don't agree with you, and that's okay. We can have different types of barbecue and be fine about it. Cheesy corn and tailgating, like, that's what you're gonna find in Kansas City. We have the best tailgating in the country. It's so much fun, like, out of Arrowhead, it's a blast. Then you have, like, Dallas and Houston, right? Tex-Mex Tex-Mex, again, your barbecue.
Hmm.
Breakfast tacos, which should be their own category of on the food pyramid. Those are, I mean, they're just stupid good. And queso.
Yes.
Then you got Miami, you got Cuban, you got empanadas, you got seafood, you got Philadelphia, cheesesteaks, roast pork sandwiches and soft pretzels. New York is pizza slices, bagels, deli sandwiches. Atlanta, wings, soul food, lemon pepper everything. LA, tacos, Korean barbecue, burgers, food trucks. And then Seattle, you've got the coffee, the seafood, and the teriyaki. And Boston, lobster rolls, clam chowder, and Dunkin' Donuts culture. Like, what more could you want? I remember coming back and going to the grocery store for the first time, coming back and being astounded. I'm like, "They have more than one brand of pasta sauce, actually, so many that it's an aisle, it's overwhelming." And so, I can't imagine, like, coming to this country and seeing the amount of variety and
Yeah.
of food and being like, "What do I" I mean,
What do
it's
I
gotta
choose?
be overwhelming.
It would be, and you'd want to try so many things. I've even seen some funny Instagram reels around experiencing a Walmart or a Costco or a Target where you're just like, holy shit, now I know why you need so many things because it's all here and it's like overwhelming. Even as a Canadian moving to the US, and yes, they tried to launch Target in Canada. It was a disaster. But you come down here and it's just like, whoa. You go in, and you're like, I need two things. I'm going in for band aids and coffee filters. And you come out like $400 later and you forgot the coffee filters. But Target is just like, oh my God, I didn't know I need it, but I need it in my life. Yes, definitely. Love. I love to watch all of these things. I also, speaking of food, I've seen a few funny reels of them experiencing, sure, the barbecue stuff for sure, but Waffle House. And I don't think I've ever been. Is it like an IHOP or
I've
crap?
never been, but we
Is
can
it
say that for a lot of places, let's be honest. No, just
is,
kidding.
is that like a 24-hour kind of place though? Waffle House? Like,
Waffle House is I don't know how to describe it. It's like so it's not an IHOP, it's like its dirtier, greasier cousin. Um,
wow.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how I would describe Waffle House to someone who has never been to one.
How about Denny's? Is it closer to a Denny's? Because I do find Denny's a little bit greasier than an IHOP.
Okay, no, it's like try to think. Give me a second. It's more like it's breakfast served all day.
Mm.
There's nothing else on the menu. You're not like when you go into a Denny's or an IHOP, you can you can get lunch, dinner, whatever. Well, I guess you can get cheeseburgers there and patty melts, but that's kind of breakfast food for me anyways. But they have like hash browns. They have the scattered hash browns, the smothered hash browns, the covered ones, the chunked, the diced, the peppered, the canned, the topped. I mean, it's insane. I'm trying to think of what else would differentiate them. Yeah, but it's just like it's like this greasy restaurant that will, like, cure any hangover, that only serves breakfast food mostly and is open 24 hours.
Okay, so it's that good coating your belly the morning after the night before. You're like, ooh, I need to put some oil on top of this booze.
Let me ask Kit over here to compare it to IHOP,
Oh, there we go.
and I'll
Do
give
it.
you the difference because 'cause I'm not doing a very good job. Oh, this is I need a summary, bro. This is good. Here's it broken down. If IHOP went to business school, Waffle House skipped class, learned how to fight, and somehow still became everyone's favorite.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so IHOP is the bouge and Waffle House got their GED. Okay.
Basically, the vibes are IHOP, "Good morning and welcome to breakfast." Waffle House, "It's 3:12 AM. Here's your coffee, don't ask questions."
Well, I do love it. I'll be interested to see for the folks who are traveling across each of the states because they've got more time and money than brains, quite frankly. Have you seen the ticket prices? But how if they're experiencing multiple states, like does somebody come out on top? In and out burger, yes or no? Like those things that people are experiencing across the cities. Can we also talk about the Scottish fans in Boston drinking them dry? Like I feel like every host city is now like, motherfucker, why did we not get the Scotland pool?
I mean, so first of all, it's Boston, okay? People drink in Boston. And so I perhaps maybe Boston just thought, "Well, it couldn't be any worse than,
We got you. Come on in.
yeah, like, we've got it. We don't need to order more." People Europeans, they don't drink that much. I'm like,
Ooh,
if you know the Scottish or the Irish, like, most of them have hollow legs and drink beer with every single meal. It's not like it's a faux pas there.
it's so I think it's just so great that they've shocked they're just like, we didn't see that coming. The rest of the world was like, duh. It must be a whole vibe. My son was at the game yesterday in Vancouver. So he was watching Canada play Switzerland, and three of his former teammates growing up are on the Canadian squad and were on the field, which I can only imagine was just an incredible vibe, right? Like, if you love live sports, which I do, the energy in those places must be so amazing. I am curious how, unless you go to Premier League games where there are many, 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 many tens of thousands of people in attendance, the sheer size of some of these stadiums to our international friends visiting must be like incredible to see, because SoFi in LA, I think it holds 70,000. I was at a LA Rams game at the very top, top, top. I think the attendance was like 75,000 people. That's a lot of people screaming and playing drums. And it would be incredible to sit and observe right after you order your 30 course light.
Top of the Rockies, darling. Is that what it's called? I don't even know anymore. But funny. So far, the stadiums that are averaging 99.6% full.
I love it.
And so Americans, we don't hate soccer. We just need the giant stadiums and expensive tickets for
Yeah,
an
exactly.
international party. And what I am loving seeing is all of these tailgates where you've got different countries blended with the US, and it's like, could the World Cup in the US heal international relations? We won't talk about what happened to some of the teams when they first got here, but maybe the good people
There
could.
was a burn-in. There was a burn-in period for a couple of places. I do think that, and so what I do think is also great is that we have a fast follow with the Olympics. So you're going to have this experience with the World Cup and then very quickly go into the Olympics. And financially, I was like a win for America for sure. But even just relations wise, I feel like the people who do come in for the Olympics are probably going to ease into this a lot better because they will have observed. And then the Americans who are welcoming are going to be like, oh, that was super cool with the World Cup. We should open arms welcome these people coming in for the Olympics, which is awesome. But tickets, we looked yesterday. So when Canada lost to Switzerland yesterday, it meant that instead of staying in Vancouver where they were playing, they now have to come down to LA. So selfishly, we're like, yay, because SoFi Stadium for me in true California style, I speak in distance of time, not distance of measures, is like an hour in no traffic.
20
And
minutes. How far away is that place? 20 minutes.
exactly, we speak in terms of time. So we'd love to go see a game. And again, we have players on the field that I have sliced many an orange for. So tickets, $1,500, one ticket.
So that's the resale, right? Remember, because they did a lottery and my sister won the lottery for tickets. So her husband, and their 2 kids got them, I think they were a couple $100 from, so just like a Taylor Swift concert, she's not charging you 1,500 for it. Some fuck who got into early, ticket sales
Yes.
is deciding to, pay their rent for a month, right? Speaking of money, it is making a lot of money for the host cities, which I love.
Yes.
It Kansas City is going to make near 700 million off these games, the city itself, based on all the influx of people. And no, we're not running out of barbecue. We know better. We know better. The 2 that are making the city that's making the most money off this is, New York, $3.3 billion.
Really?
New York,
Is
New
that
Jersey. Yep.
why them in particular?
I would my hypothesis, well, I don't know, is that because New York City is such a destination for international travelers anyways, if you were coming to see the US, New York is one of the big places to go.
Yes, true.
Let's see who
And
follows them.
extend your stay, right? You're not just coming in to watch a game. You're like, hey, while we're there, I'll make it a vacation for 2 weeks and. Yeah.
Well, also, like a hotel room in Kansas City versus a hotel room in New York City, just by the sheer difference in price, it's gonna shoot way up because Kansas City, you can get I don't know about during the World Cup, but you can get a very nice hotel for a couple hundred a night. And in New York, if you want anything, I mean, you're paying damn near 1,000 a night for anything outside of just having a box on the street. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
quite true, but it fucking feels like it. LA, let's see. LA's kind of down the list, only about 600 million. I wonder when that is.
There's no room. We can't thank
Like
you.
there's room in New York? Come on now, bro. There ain't room in New York. That's interesting. Hmm. I'm gonna talk to Kit and see why.
Well, a quick little look does say that Kansas City, so your 700 million is against their annual tourism economy. It is a percent of their normal year, about 10%. So they're bringing in 700 million is 10% of their whole year in tourist economy. And that's topping the charts for the other host cities. So they are definitely benefiting the most. And it could be that the mega cities like New York and LA, either people have been to before or are a little cost prohibitive to do other things beyond the sport, or quite frankly, just logistically difficult because the traffic is a shit show in both of those cities. So people are like, I want to be able to get around. I don't know.
Well, I have what AI's answer is, but quickly, what's funny is when we were talking about Americans speak of in how long it takes to get there versus miles, because if you live in a city, miles doesn't matter because it could be 2 miles and it could take you 2 hours, like whatever.
Hmm.
So interesting though, I live in Kansas City and I said 20 minutes and you're in LA and you said an hour. Just want to point that out. Point that
20
out for
minutes for
everyone
me
who's
is the
thinking about
grocery.
never, huh?
20 minutes for me is the grocery store, then in traffic. If I walk,
Okay.
you're like, I could cross the whole city. Yeah.
No, not always, but here's the reason they say LA isn't one of the highest ones, because it already attracts so many visitors every year. The incremental visitors because of the World Cup, like, you have so many other events there, the Oscars, the Grammys, the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, world premieres, Coachella, the Olympics in 2028. So, it's saying that, like, it's a city that's always busy
It's got a
with
bigger
tourists.
denominator anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're always
yeah,
bringing in
yeah.
tourism. Yeah, that's true. Because it does say here the annual tourist economy in LA is 40 plus billion. And in New York, it's 50 plus billion. In comparison, Kansas City is just under 7. So if they're all relatively speaking bringing in 6 to 700 million for their respective World Cup games, then yes, they're being diluted out by all the other cool shit you can do in there, but it is fun. And also, hey, there's some soccer going on. Can we talk a little minute about the actual game?
You can go. I've been in volleyball hell.
Yeah. Although I do know you are also a soccer mom in the summer, except for sometimes maybe, but maybe not with
Well,
Presley.
she's playing again. Did I not tell you this?
Great. Add it to the
She got
list. We're
she
going
got
back.
bullied. So
She got bullied.
she got peer pressured into playing soccer. Here's how it happened. A little girl on her volleyball team who she adores plays for an independent premier soccer team. And she has been begging Presley, like, so Presley shows up at their tryouts. I was like, "Honey, just go because then you'll know if whatever." So she goes. I get a phone call from the coach. He says she's too good to quit soccer and she can miss as much as she needs to for volleyball. We'd still love to have her. So Presley is with her buddy's dad, who is a very influential and, like, if he wants something, he's going to make you make this decision, and Bo, and her dad. And I had asked the coach, this is Saturday, I asked him till Monday because I wanted to make sure Presley did not make a decision in hype mode.
Moment. Yeah.
Guess what happens? "Call the coach, mom, let's go." Everyone's on the other line cheering, like, "Yeah, let's dial in coach. Let's dial in the coach and tell him." So I do, knowing this is gonna backfire. So I do. She accepts. 2 hours later, Presley calls me crying from a closet somewhere and is like, "What did I just do?" I said, "Oh, honey, it's gonna be great. You'll be just fine." She's like, "Can we undo it?" And I'm like, "Nope, absolutely not.
You're
These
in.
are what happen." I mean, she'll have a blast, but so, yes, I bought a whole new soccer kit, and we are back to being a dual athlete in Premier.
Okay.
I
Well, welcome back.
definitely can't
Presley.
afford
Your
World Cup
sabbatical was
tickets.
5 minutes long. I hope you
Anywho,
enjoy the tennis and the soccer and the volleyball this summer.
well, tennis
I've
is
already
dropping off quickly
is it? Okay. Okay.
because it's in the middle of the day, which I didn't know when I signed her up, and, like, for an 11-year-old, like, during the summer, play tennis in the heat?
In the heat. Out and it's outside, obviously, on some courts that are not covered, I would imagine.
Yeah, and also she's got one wants to be with her friends
Bigger.
at the pool at that time.
Exactly. That's poorly organized.
Yeah. Okay, go on soccer because I've taken up too much of this podcast
No,
today.
what I do love about, well, here's what I'm missing actually. Here's a little tiny rant. What we are watching here is mostly Fox Sports feeds with, I'm going to say American announcers, but they're not because Thierry Henry is not American. And oh my God, I forget his name. He's the giant, calls himself the Lion. He's very, very famous. Shit. Anyways, it'll come to me. Anyways, if you listen to British soccer, if you listen to like Premier League soccer, or even if you watch Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham, and you're listening to those guys, they've got some spice and some fun phrases. When you listen to the Americans, like Alexi Lawless, it's a bit boring. They're like, oh, he's run up the pitch and he missed on that one. And meanwhile, the Brits would be like, he had a cracker on the. It's kind of not exactly as fun to listen to, but
Do
I
you
do enjoy the heightened anxiety about every shot on goal because it means every goal matters. And it's just like every day, it's like, oh, yeah, you can get this. And the number of teams that have been the underdog and won. And who doesn't love an underdog story? Like, I love all of that about the World Cup. The part I did not love is when they broke the fucking leg of the Canadian player.
ouch, ouch, we can't talk about that, I'll throw up and pass out.
All I'll say is, when I was watching it, I heard it. I thought it was cleats on cleats because I heard it.
Again, okay, I'm just gonna you talk.
And then when I saw it, his face looked like shock. It wasn't pain. It was like, huh? And I looked at his leg and I'm like, that's broken. It's terrible, 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 terrible. So I do hate that. Like if your dreams are dashed and also you have to have immediate emergency surgery. So I'm very sad for those players that had that happen to them. But
But
otherwise,
that's true with any sport.
God, yes, especially when you know how much they have riding on the game just emotionally and all the years. They've probably all been playing since they were 3 years old and to kind of lose out on that in the midst of that. And then one of Aiden's teammates, Alistair, who plays on Canada, he had a really great opportunity yesterday with only a couple of minutes left in the extra time at the end of the game to tie it up. And he had a brilliant header and he missed it. And I shouldn't say he missed it. The goalie caught it. I shouldn't say Alistair missed it. But the announcer was like, that was basically their last chance. Like, come on, in a different way. I was like, say it in a different way because it was a brilliant header and it was a great cap by the goalie. But I was like, can I have a British announcer, please?
Please, dear God, give me a British. I wonder what it would be. It's always it's funny because announcers can make or break the game when you're watching it on TV. I sometimes during Kansas State football games, I have to turn it off because I'm like, you're an absolute idiot. And of course, what we need to do here is score a touchdown because isn't that the fucking
You're
point?
like, duh. Yeah. Thank you, Captain
Duh.
Mom.
What we really need to do here is to score a goal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, you freaking idiot.
Never
So
thought of that. That's a brilliant plan.
I do love the spicier announcers, so
I
I'm
do.
with you on that. I want them to make me laugh actually,
I want
and
them to
not
do the lozenge at the end of the game because they were so invested in this.
on
Oh my God, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now that's not a name that rolls off the top of your tongue. So in fairness, but he is like so monumentally recognizable in the soccer world. How I was looking right at his face and couldn't grab his name. Zlatan. What a gigantic human and overly confident, but deservedly so. You should look him up, actually, Christy. I feel like we should follow you as Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He has a funny commercial right now where he is all of the podcast. He's all of the sportscasters at the desk. And the first Zlatan has a coffee mug that says Zlatan is the best. The second guy has one that says Zlatan is the bestest. And the next guy has Zlatan is the bestest. And then the last guy has Zlatan is the best of the bestest. And so, like, it could not be more on brand for this gentleman because he is fucking amazing and also ripped to shit. And he's in his 40s. I was like, my God.
is he
Anyway,
married?
I don't know who the other second. He may be
Is he
married to multiple.
going to
He
Kansas
was
City?
born in 1981. Ooh, I thought he
I was
was.
born in '79, it's fine.
He's perfect for
I
you.
married a guy from 1981.
He's 6'5". He's not in,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have blue eyes, but he is 6'5".
I don't need blue eyes. We're staying away from blue eyes, Kelly. Have you
Okay.
been on this podcast?
Let's see. Personal life. Oh, here we go. Wikipedia, come in for me here. Oh, he has a longtime partner and he has two sons with her. Oh, and they
Good for
both
you guys. I hope you stay together forever, but if if not, I'm available.
you're like, no, right here, Kansas.
I mean, I'll have to, like, pronounce so being a sportscaster, it's something I would love to do. However, especially for, like, soccer, I mean, I'd be the color commentator, let's be honest. I would never be,
Yeah,
like,
you're
calling the game.
oh the actual game, right? Can I just talk shit about the people? That's
Yeah.
that's the sportscaster I want to be.
But the problem is I can't pronounce or read anything. So, could you imagine me trying I mean, Kelly, you've seen me with
Wait,
medical terms that I wasn't sure about, and I just, like, I
like
don't even try.
all the
I just
letters.
I just go, like I don't even use, like, phonetics, like, I'm just like
You're definitely not going to ever do like a Polish or a Czech game. You're like, too many consonants. I don't know how to pronounce that name at all.
no, I would have to, like, have an hour of rehearsal for each person's name. It took me a year to learn how to spell my married name, for God's sakes.
Christy's just like, I'm going to call that guy Steven.
Okay, so, Vlad I can do, but let's say
Vladimir.
Vladimir, but I could do that. I can actually sound that out and read that. But yeah, I'll be like, Shavashimi. Let's just call him Stan.
Yeah, we're going to call him.
His name is Stan. You've been rebranded, Stan. Thank you very much. Move on. Move
I
on.
hope your mother doesn't mind. Your Christian name is Stan.
What an American thing to do, too. Like, that's just too hard for me. I'm just gonna call you Bob.
This is about me, so I'm going to call you Bob, okay?
When
Forget
I
about your feelings. This is about me.
and then it makes me feel so bad about myself. It's fine. It's fine. But when I do meet people that have a name that is of a maybe
International origin.
well, everyone's names are from international origin. That's why I'm like, if you look at it, like every single person, especially, I mean, Smith, I don't know, think that's English, but
Yeah,
you look at everyone, in the US, everyone's got a international origin except for a few small people that remained after we killed the rest of their people. That took a very dark turn.
except some of the OGs. Maybe the
Yes, really,
Colombians.
really sorry about my ancestors. Moving on. Okay.
Listen, blonde hair, blue eyes. What do you have to say?
I don't have blue eyes and I don't have blonde hair.
These are facts.
I have hazel eyes, and if we can see right here, me roots are showing.
Did you just say that in an Irish accent? Me roots are showing.
I don't know what you just repeated, but it wasn't Irish. Any hoozles. Okay, it is time now to move on. We should do another question game. I think I have another one for you here somewhere. It'll be fun. Hold please. Let's look it up. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi is still a badass. What is that about?
Listen, he is like, there's a few goats that are retiring at the end of this that people are watching. And also, as I think about that, there are a lot of handsome men who play soccer. But for those of you ladies who are observing that for the first time, word to the wise, they're not that tall. Take it with a grain of salt. There's a lot of beauty in a tiny package. I mean,
Okay, I don't
overall,
want to get into
I mean, the
package
overall
size.
package and tiny body. Go on.
Everything in
I mean,
America is
it is
bigger.
that doesn't paint me into an uncomfortable corner.
I'm about to call your husband. So, do you know much about Messi and Ronaldo? Can we do a game on that
Sure,
or not
go
really?
for it. Go for
Okay.
it.
So, do you want a factual game or one that's who's more likely to? All right,
Give
I'm
me,
just gonna
yeah, you just dealer's choice.
has won a World Cup.
Messi,
Correct. Played for the Real Madrid.
Cristiano.
That is incorrect. Yeah, that's correct. I'm sorry.
I was
You used a different name. Don't mess with me, Kelly.
sorry,
Ronaldo or Messi. I don't need to get into the first names. Okay,
Ronaldo.
we're not on a first name basis here. Who's more likely to smile during the game? What?
Sorry, what did you say? Who? What? I
No,
was
no.
going to say I am on a first name basis with him. No, I'm not.
Congratulations. Who's more likely to smile during the game?
Hmm.
Messi. Get recognized literally in every country.
Ronaldo.
Trick question, both.
Oh, I was going to say Messi is quintessential famous soccer. Okay.
Spend an hour styling their hair.
Ronaldo.
You're better at this than I thought.
I do watch a lot of soccer in this family.
Okay. Let's talk. I'm not gonna ask harder questions.
Okay.
One Olympic gold.
Messi.
Has the highest vertical jumps in soccer history.
Ooh, I'm going to go Ronaldo because have you seen those legs?
Kelly, you're gonna need to calm down over there about the soccer bodies that you're seeing. You are correct. Played professionally in England, Spain, Italy, and Saudi Arabia.
Well, you didn't list the US, so I'm going to say Ronaldo.
It is, but it wasn't exclusively there. But you are correct. Okay, this isn't any fun. I was hoping you'd suck at this game.
Good at it. Okay, listen, can we just say for the record, thank God these aren't movie fucking questions because I get zero. But finally, I have something that I actually am good at. And Chrissy's like, end this game.
Yes, end it. Hold on. I know something you'll suck at. 1 second. 1 second.
This is how you know you're really friends. Let me get something that you're really going to suck at.
Okay, now we're on to soccer movie trivia.
0 score. Okay, let's go. I got
Here we go. All right. Which Disney movie features a girls' soccer team made up of mostly kids from different countries?
no idea.
The Big Green.
No, thank
In
you.
Bend It Like Beckham, what famous soccer player is the movie named after? That's
David
pretty easy.
Beckham. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This one's actually American football. But we'll just do it
Okay.
just because I know the answer. In The Blind Side, what sport I gave it away. Does Michael Orr play? Never mind. It's
You remember
football.
that because that was Sandra Bullock, right? She was the mom.
She was. She
That was a
was.
good movie. I do remember that one. I don't remember anything about it, but I do know I watched it. I do know I enjoyed it, and I do know it was Sandra Bullock. And a true story.
These suck.
Okay.
These are not good ones because I could answer them. And
Chrissy's like, I needed it to be harder so Kelly could fail it.
no, yeah, I'm gonna find something before the end of the podcast that you fail at. Okay, just give me a few minutes. Let me think about this for a second. Because here's the deal: if you ask me any soccer trivia,
You
do
get
you know it?
0.
0. Like I'm here for the party. I'm here for the cheering. I've watched my daughter play since she was 7, and I still don't understand the freaking rules. I do know that it's not offsides; it's technically offside.
Why did you ever think there was a pluralization of that word?
Because if you listen to most Americans as they watch soccer, they say, "She was offsides," and I'm like, "It's offside. You can't be
I'm
offside."
not even going to listen for this now because the fuck. It's only one.
I'm telling you, it took
You were
one of
only no one's.
my friends' dads, because I'm so quiet at any sort of event or ever, was like, "Hey, by the way, it's offside." I'm like, "Good to know, good to know." I still don't understand half the game. Like, I really don't. I'm like, I just don't. I have not invested the time in it. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's a relatively intuitive game minus the offside rule, which is a little bit like,
But even that rule is different depending on if it's a throw in or like what it is. I don't know. It's different. It's different. Okay, but let's brag on Kansas City for a second. We're the smallest US host city.
oh, okay. How many people fit in your stadium?
I don't know. I think it's like 90 some. But that's
90,000?
yeah, hang on.
Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's the Chiefs stadium they're playing in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wowzers. Big. Actually, what is the largest stadium in all of the stadiums of the World Cup?
Hold please. I lied. 76,416.
That's really specific.
Don't forget the 6 at the end.
Exactly. Squeeze one more row in, please. The
We're just gonna need a
largest
couple more
stadium-
seats right here. What?
Okay. So the largest stadium, and you're going to know the answer to this. The largest stadium at the FIFA World Cup this year is the
I can tell you,
MetLife Stadium. Where is it?
MetLife? It's in New
Yeah,
Jersey.
in Jersey. I wouldn't fucking know it, but I knew
Because
you.
you don't watch football.
I know. It holds 82,500 spectators.
Kelly, you're in the US. We love football here.
a lot of
Jeez,
people. That's a lot of people.
it's funny. Well, never mind. That's not really funny. I have just censored myself. Put it down. Someone write it down. I censored myself. Someone told me the other day I have no filter. I'm like, "Oh, but I do." If you knew what an asshat I am in my head, you would be like, "Man, you filter all day long every day." I'm like,
Oh my God,
"Mhm,
you're
mhm."
self-regulating all day long. Interestingly, if you look at stadiums built primarily for soccer or football, depending on what country you're from when you say it, the largest specific stadiums in the world, Rangrado First of May Stadium in North Korea, holds 114,000 people. There is a Spotify Camp Nou in Spain that holds 105,000. And then Wembley in England holds 90. And there's a Mexican one, Estadio Azteca, that holds 90,000. And then one in South Africa that holds 95,000 just for soccer. I
Feel
always
like
think, how
you're
do you get
obsessed
out of there
with
when you park your car? It takes you 7 hours to get home.
I feel like you've really become a USAN and an American, like a true like a US American, because you're obsessed with size. The last 4 things you've talked about have been size related.
Oh, that's true. Soccer players, stadiums, pop. You might be right. I might be turning into American. Well, I certainly got real soft moving to California. So you guys are sucking me into it. Well,
Well, here's one of the other things. We talked about the air conditioning.
yeah.
My friend Casey, who's in Cannes right now, just posted a reel the other day. It was about French ACs, and it had the little units that the
That
vent goes
blow
up and
you like they're trying to whisper to you. Yes.
his comment was, "I'm sweating in places I didn't know I have." I wanna be like, "Welcome to perimenopause, Casey."
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to our world every single fucking day in the middle of winter. As you well know, we always had a conference in Paris in the middle to end of May, and it was inevitably in a heat wave. And dear God, Paris, they'll be like, we're air conditioned. The fuck you are. You're air conditioned like a fan with 3 ice cubes behind it blowing at me. You are not air conditioned.
Speaking of ice cubes, one of my biggest culture shocks everywhere else I've gone in the world is when you ask for something on ice, they give you, like, half an ice cube,
When you
and you're
said
like,
hot ice,
"It's"
you meant 1 ice cube, right?
No, like half of one. I can't imagine, like, coming to the US for the first time and going to one of our convenience stores with all the little dots of ice and being like, "Holy shit, it's freezing in here, and these people put so much ice in their bodies. What is the matter with them?" 'Cause we're cold-hearted. That's what
Well,
it
I
is.
do I do appreciate there were some from warmer countries who were like, "This is gonna be a piece of cake. It's not that warm, America. You don't know warm. We have warm." And then they came to like Miami and they're like, "The fuck is going on out here?" It's like walking into soup. Like you're like, ew. No,
Hey,
I could not. Those poor folks played in Miami. Or actually, those poor folks sitting in the stands in Miami with you would be
but
poor.
nobody's poor because tickets are really expensive.
And it's Miami.
Sorry.
You're definitely, can I get extra ice in this extra large Diet Coke that I am now ordering so that I do not melt into a puddle in my chair?
I'm just laughing at someone who's never been to the US and they go to multiple cities being like, there's no consistency here,
Why?
like, there's just none. There's, like they're all, like, many different countries, even the way like, the way people look. Like, we were I just it's crazy. It was just it's insanity. It's insanity.
It is
Okay,
true.
so
It is true. Very different. It's like multiple different countries on one piece of land. Yeah.
yes, and, also too, Mexican and Tex-Mex food and free chips and salsa.
Yes, please. Let's watch some games in Guadalajara and we could eat the OG stuff.
At anywhere that you get Mexican food in the States, it's coming with free chips and salsa. I always hate when I go to places like I think it's Chili's that, like, charges for theirs, although it's not really let's be honest, I don't really go to Chili's because the last time I went there, they wanted to charge for chips and salsa, and I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye." Okay, so what other soccer things do we need to talk about? Anything else? I'm trying to think. World Cup
No,
things.
I
Again,
just
Go ahead.
I think it's an amazing tournament in even just sheer length. And even you mentioned how many teams they add. Like, I saw a friend of mine post, and he is obsessed about soccer and he watches it all the time. And he has gone to many, so he must have won the lottery because he's gone to many of the games. He posted when they first started, "Hi, I will be submitting my temporary resignation for the next 39 days," because he is like all in on all the games. "I cannot do my day job because I have to be into all of this." And I do appreciate that they are not overlapping, right? It's not like you have to choose, do you watch this game or that game? It's like these are the only games playing, so you don't miss any of the games. So I do like that.
That's because AI did the schedule.
Or somebody was like, please create a schedule that maximizes revenue and viewership across all host cities. And it was like, okay, here's what we'll do.
Well, I would really hope their reason is for their fans, but I know better.
True. You would hope that there is a benevolent reason so that you don't have to choose between countries, but we all know it's down to the mighty dollar. Even in healthcare, as you well know, if you are trying to find a root cause of any type of behavior in healthcare, follow the money. That's really where it's originating.
Sad. My faith in humanity is
Well, I mean,
completely gone.
that is the other quintessential Americanism, capitalism.
Well, okay, but I'm not gonna get on a soapbox and we're gonna close this out. Capitalism is very different than what the US practices today. This is greed. This
Yeah.
is not capitalism.
Well, and
It's just
actually,
greed.
this is not just America. This is FIFA. So it is a Federation Internationale of Football. So it's not all going to America. It is FIFA too.
Are they responsible for the $22 sandwiches?
No, that's the stadium for sure. That's the stadium for sure. And I did see somebody post, and I totally agree with her. She was talking about ticket prices and specifically for young kids. And they were wishing that they had the foresight and the long term thinking to make pricing for children more reasonable. Not $50, but maybe 200 instead of 2000, because for North America, if you could get young kids watching live World Cup games in their early years, you can create a fan for life. And that's what happens in the British leagues and the European leagues in general. You are this similar to football. You are a Liverpool fan at birth and you stay forever and you go to games and all of that. So if they could have had that longer term thinking and said, let's make for kids 10 and under, the ticket price is $150. They would go to more and they would obsess about soccer more, and you could have built it up a little more for North America, which is a bit of a mess. But that goes back to greed. Because why sell a seat for $150 if you could sell a seat for 2000?
Well, but going back to the price gouging is not coming necessarily from FIFA. It's coming from people that win the lottery, buy the tickets,
One
and
that
then
tickets
decide to
they
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know what we have next year?
The Olympics. No, that's 2028.
The Women's World Cup in
Oh,
Brazil, 2027. I think we should go to Brazil.
what is that?
I think we need to make this happen.
And if you
Let's
haven't watched any women's soccer, those girls are no joke, man. It is a contact sport, and those girls are like, I got some contact for you, lady.
The only professional soccer game I've ever watched, live was the Casey Current
Mm.
at their stadium that was built specifically for a women's team. Still very proud of that. Only one in the world. All right, Kelly, I think we have to sum
Okay.
this up because we actually have real jobs to do, and I don't know, I'm sure my children are gonna need something, and I have to take Presley to some volleyball thing while I send out a scope of work. But I think in summary, the World Cup came to America expecting soccer culture. What we gave them when they discovered Buc-ee's, rent, and tipping starts at 20%. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Welcome to America. Everything is bigger, not necessarily always better, but a cool, crisp fountain Diet Coke will get you through the day. And if you can afford the size of your bladder, McDonald's, number one. Those are my takeaways. That's
My God.
that's my random advice about living
Kelly's
in the US. McDonald's, like
obsessed
large.
obsessed with size. Okay, like, share, follow, and until next week, are we podcasting next week? I haven't even looked at my schedule for next week. It's 4th of July, baby. Well, that's on the weekends.
Also, fun fact, Canada does have a birthday on July 1st. Did we match yours? No. Were we copying? No, we were born first. So yeah, we could talk
Yeah, Kelly, where do you
3
live?
holidays between the US and Canada. Also, America. Can we take a fucking day off once in a while? The end.
That's another episode. Okay. Who are you rooting for in this World Cup?
In rank order, I am rooting for Canada. First and foremost, we've made it out of our pool play, so I will 100% be rooting for Canada. And then I straddle a line between 3 countries, mostly driven by family and location. So normally Canada first, then England, and then usually Korea because my sister-in-law is Korean and loves to watch. So those 3. But now I have to also cheer for America because I'm here. And so they're on my list. Those are the 4 I'm rooting for right now. And any handsome player, I root for you.
So basically all of the teams.
Not
All
all
of the teams.
Not all of them. They're not
I
all
don't know.
handsome players.
I didn't know that France is favored to win. Did you know that?
I did know that. And I will tell you that the most handsome soccer player, listen, you can tell Andrew this, he already knows it. I want you to look up Olivier Giroud.
Yeah.
Girous. Olivier, like Oliver with IER. This human, have you found him yet? You haven't found him?
I'm not
You're not
looking.
looking? He
Is
has 4 children and he is married, but he is the most beautiful man.
'Cause, like, 4 minutes ago, I closed out the podcast, yet we just keep talking. Yeah, he's not my type.
Handsome French. Okay, noted.
No, I don't do the beard and mustache. I don't like facial hair.
Okay. Well, he is a delicious, a delicious player who played for France. And so, yes, I did know France is favored.
Gonna need you to calm down there, Missy.
Obviously, my hormone replacement testosterone has kicked in.
I was like, "Did you take an extra shot of testosterone this morning, sweets? What's happening?" Go find Andrew. Any hoozles. Until next time, enjoy the World Cup.
Whatever it is that floats your boat that you're watching it for, enjoy, cheer, have fun. Bye.